Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. I'm out here today because I finally got the weights to finish up the tuning of my Cvtech clutch. This is the first time tuning in. A couple weeks ago I did some tests by adding pennies to the weight of the Cvtech clutch to kind of get a baseline of where I needed to start. And off camera I actually added 6 more pennies, and I found that adding 2 pennies to each slider was just a little bit too much weight. I kind of figured I needed to actually add about like 2 or 1.5 pennies. So a penny weighs 2.3 grams, so it turns out I need about 19.5 grams in each slider in order to get my shift out down to where I'm going to be happy. So what I did was I ordered 20 gram weights, and I'm going to throw those in. 20 gram weights. I'm going to throw those in the clutch, and I'm sure I'll be happy with whatever I get, but they are just a little bit heavier than what I needed, so if I'm not happy, I can just drill a little bit out to lighten up the weights. No big deal. So having a couple of whiskeys tonight. It's cold as all hell out there today. It was -5 in the shop. I've got the stove going now for a little bit. It's now up to freezing. Woohoo, we're at the freezing point, so some of the snow on the floor might start to melt. But all right, well, cheers everybody. Thanks for coming back to the shop to find out what's going on with this clutch, and we'll get at her. Okay, so let's just jump right into this. Let's get her done here. So let's take this thing back off. Start off with a 17 mil. No, we don't. Forgot my son was in here using my tools. Start out with a 19 mil, I believe it is. 19. There we go. And then switch over to the 30 mil. Okay, now switch over to the 30 mil. It's as easy as that, fellas. Just pull her all off in one swoop. There she is. Very, very pretty. Okay, now I got her over here at the bench. Hopefully that sun coming through the window doesn't wreak too much havoc. So then all you got to do is, well, I always mark this. I put a mark there, the Sharpie, and I put a mark on the cap with a Sharpie, so it always goes together the same way. And you just pull this black cap off. And just watch these plastic sliders, because see, I already had one fall off. These sliders that go in here. So you just gotta make sure you don't lose them. Just be cautious. So that one's there, it can stay there. So then you pull your sliders out, and there I have my weight, and I'm running 2 pennies in there right now because of my other test. So I added the 2 pennies. The 2 pennies, and that's a 16 gram weight. So that's 2.6 pounds, so, or not pounds, 2.6 grams plus the 16. So I need like 19.5 or so. So I just ordered the 20 gram weights. So I'm just gonna pop my 16 gram weights out in my 2 pennies. And then I'm gonna get my 20 ounce out. 20 gram, 20 bloody grams, not pounds, not kilos, not tons. You can see the difference in the size of these, and I'll just pop the 20-gram weights in there just like that. And I'm gonna clean this thing off again, because man, these things get dirty quick. I hardly ran that thing. Oh, I guess it's not dirt. Anyways, I'll do that to every single slider and we'll throw her back in. I'll show you one more time. So 16-gram weight, 2 pennies, pull your slider out. There's a hole there. Just poke your weights out. Of course, I have a weight and 2 pennies right there. Grab another 20-grammer. It's very, 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 very easy to work on. And there's another, and I'll keep doing that, and I'll be ready to put it back on. Okay, so just like that, I got them all done. All the new weights are in there. The sliders are set back in. There's that little, that's that little guide that fell out when I was taking it apart. Now the other one just fell out, but they're pretty simple. Just slide them back on there. Actually, not like that. Oh boy. So they just slide in there. Probably a lot easier than what it looks like. I have it upside down, that's why. Don't force. Don't force, take a second look. There. So those are all back in. I gotta find my Sharpie mark and my arrow. And just lost that little thing again. So I'll stick that on there. Like so. Line her up. Drop her in. Now she's ready to go back in the bike. Alright, so now we're back over here at the bike. And I did mention this a little bit in my last video, but you'll see like an octagon hole here on the clutch. And there's an octagon machined into the stem. So that's what makes this clutch all joined together in perfect harmony. So you gotta slide that on and line up your octagon, which is easier to do in these revised ones. These clutches with these fins here, they're the new generation ones are a lot stronger than the old ones. So that's all you got to do. And just put her on hand tight and send it. Nah. So so you got to torque this one down to 80 foot-pounds. And the retaining one, the one that holds the clutch onto the crank, I think I torque it down to 74. It's like 70 to 80 pounds or something like that. So I think I did 74 last time. Okay, so I found a block of wood. Hopefully that works. Got my torque wrench set up for 80 foot-pounds or pounds, feet, whatever you want to call it. That was easy. 80 foot-pound right there. Nice. Now I'll get the blue Loctite and reinstall this crank bolt. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been told by many that these crank bolts are reusable. The ones on your secondary are not reusable. And I bought this brand new when I put this clutch on, so it's actually only been torqued
1.5 times. So if I was to take this off a couple more times, I would probably go and spend the money on a new bolt. They're not cheap if you buy them from BRP, because nothing's cheap from BRP. They like to soak the hell out of us. So I'm gonna go get the blue Loctite and torque that down. Alright, here we are. Little Blue Angel piss on here. Got all my washers on there and my centering washer. Slide that in there. And we'll torque that one down to 74. Oh, wrong. There we go. A couple more cracks. And normally what I like to do is I'll run it for a little bit. I'll let the motor warm up and then I'll re-torque that again. Okay, so that's pretty much done now. It's like the hardest part of this whole ordeal is getting your clutch cover off, really. I was able to take mine off without removing the floorboards, but I don't think I'm gonna get it back on, so I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm probably gonna end up taking the floorboards off, which kind of sucks because there's 3, 6, 12 bolts, and that's 12 more bolts that I want to take off. So that's it. I'm gonna give it a run. And it just snowed like a bugger today, so I don't think I'm gonna find a good place to do a shift out on it, but I'm gonna try to figure out a shift out. But either way, if it's not 7,400 RPM shift out, if it's not exactly perfect, it's probably gonna be perfect enough, because it's not like I'm racing. One thing I did want to mention about my first video, I said that you really can't change your weights without changing your spring. Well, I was wrong, because I did change the weights on my clutch. Like, I went quite a bit heavier. I went from 16 gram weights to 20 gram weights, and it didn't really affect my stall like I thought it would. And it was kind of strange, because I really thought it was going to change my stall, but of course the centrifugal force is at an idle is a lot less than what it would be when you're giving her hell down the road. So anyways, oh boy, I think my wife is stuck out in the barnyard with her Jeep. Yep. It's like I gotta go deal with that for windshield washer fluid. Gotta love married life. Anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about, so I'm just gonna have a drink. Why don't you guys have a drink, and I'll come back in a few minutes. Alright guys, I just got back from testing that out. I did put the helmet mount on, but I had it on time lapse or some stupid rookie mistake. But anyways, I am very happy. I had a hard time finding a patch of pavement where I could actually get traction, but I did manage to get 2 half decent shift out tests done, and I gotta tell you, 7,400 RPMs, exactly what I was aiming for. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. I'm a happy guy now.
7,400 shift out. It's still like 2,100 RPM engagement in high, about 1,900 to 2,000 in low. And I would say that that tune is a total 100% success. And I wish I could tell you what the weights cost. I'd have to look in my truck for the receipt, because I did end up buying a set of ramps at the same time. So I don't really know what the weights cost, but they were not very much money. You know, I could have stayed with the pennies, but why do it mediocre? You know, I don't think you'd have any problems at all running the pennies, not a single problem at all, but I wanted to do it right, so I bought the 20 gram weights, and now my shift out is just, all right, I'm happy. Very, very happy guy. So I would like to do a shout out for Life Outdoors in New Hamburg, Ontario. Those guys are awesome. They helped me tune this clutch via Facebook Messenger, and they're great guys to deal with. They're inexpensive. I bought my ramps from them. I bought my fire mudding floorboards from them. I highly recommend Life Outdoors ATV. Like they sell all kinds of aftermarket stuff, wheels, tires, helmets, waders, all kinds of stuff. They even do ATV rentals. And I think that there's one in down by Niagara Falls too. I think there could be more. I don't know, but these guys are outstanding. I highly recommend going to see these guys. If you live in southwestern Ontario, Life Outdoors, they are the guys to buy from. That's my experience anyway. I'm gonna call that a success. I'm gonna go out, and I haven't loaded my my four-wheeler on my new truck yet. I haven't even tried out my new ramp, so I think I'm gonna go play around for the rest of the day. I need to blow some snow and crap, blah blah blah. But yes, cheers, fellas, and I hope everybody that watched this learned something. Because like I said before in my other video, and please check out my other videos. I have lots of videos on YouTube. I've done lots of modifications to this four-wheeler, and you can see all the modifications on my YouTube channel, Rob Miller ATV. I've done a lot, and I've documented most of it. I know my videos aren't the best quality. I'm just a rookie and I'm learning, but yeah, check out my other channel. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of stuff. I definitely need subscribers. I'd really like to get monetized. I'm not even halfway there. I got lots of views, lots of positive feedback. I'm really happy with that, but I need subscribers, guys. So if you could hit that subscribe button down there on the whichever, I guess it's that corner right there, hit that button and subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up, and a cheers to all you guys, and we will see you back out here in the garage